Bernard from Premier Group International, and a question I often come through, Stephen, no worries at all, often get asked about, or we get asked at Premier Group I should say, is about our unique organisation chart and how do we manage here without a hierarchy, because as you probably all are aware, really passionate about destroying the thought of a hierarchy in a business, because I think it's so demeaning and so demotivating for anyone in any organisation. So we have more of what we call a holarchy, so it's more of an organic circular structure. So I'll try and explain how that works a little bit, and it's very different. So once again, we always are trying to stamp out the boss and servant culture, which is a really, like I said, demeaning thing. So this is a circular chart, so it's 4 circles, and the outside circle there we include our customers and also our suppliers or vendors. So we believe that's really, really important. So that's one thing we do differently to everybody else. We include our customers and our suppliers in our organisation chart because we believe they are part of our organisation. They are not just a partner, they are a part of our organisation, because without them we wouldn't have Premier Group, we wouldn't be in business, all right? We wouldn't have a company. So then the next circle in, we've got our associates, which is all those pink circles there, and then there's the triangles, which is the coordinators. So basically the coordinators are like the team leaders for each team. So yes, there's still structure, and yes, there's still people with obviously more skills and more experience and more leadership skills to make sure these teams are coordinated. So the associates are all the people that are involved in doing the frontline work, like talking to customers, making products, dispatching products, sorting out accounts, all those sorts of things. So that's the associates, and you'll see they're sort of grouped into around their coordinator. So anyone can be a coordinator, but it's the associates actually vote for who their coordinator is, so that can change over time, or a coordinator might decide that he's not equal to the role, or he doesn't have the experience he needs for the role, so he might decide to move to being an associate. So it's a really interesting concept, and it works really, really well. So obviously behind all this, you must hire based on your core values, or it just doesn't work. Hey Alyssa. Hi. So we're just doing a little training session on the organisation chart. So the next circle in is the partners, which is these star-shaped ones here, and so they're responsible for big parts of the business. So the decision-making process goes like this. So basically everyone's encouraged to act like an owner or act like a stakeholder. So the associates can make those decisions on the run. So there's no hierarchy to get through, or no I've got to ask the boss this or ask the boss that, or check with the boss on this, or check with my manager, because all of our associates are empowered to make decisions just like everybody else in the business. So there is no hierarchy in that sense. So but if they're in a position where it's a decision that they don't feel equal to make or capable to make, or they don't have the experience to make, then they will check in with their coordinator, and their coordinator might then get the team around quickly and say, hey guys, there's this problem we're dealing with, or guys and girls, and how are we going to solve this? If it can't be solved in the team or with the coordinator, then it gets escalated or shuffled or sent to or discussed, I should say is a better word, discussed with the partner that's responsible for that. And if he can't help or she can't help, then it will go to the counsellors, which again, I want to reinforce, it's not a hierarchy. So the counsellors are simply there because they're either founders of the business, or they've had more experience than with customers, suppliers, all aspects of business than the others. So that will get discussed there, and then because we have a weekly what we call a strategic meeting or operations meeting, often any problems that can't be solved by the associates or coordinators will come to that weekly meeting, and we'll solve that problem there and go back with a resolution. So that's how it works. So everybody's empowered to make decisions, act like an owner, really, really important. And you can see how organic the structure is. So if an associate here decides that he or she wants to move to another team, the key thing is that as long as they discuss it with their current team, they can do it, and as long as it's not going to harm the customer experience in any way. So if it is, then they'll have to help train up somebody else until they can leave. So it's always a team decision. It's not one person's decision or a manager's decision of who does what and who says what and who goes where and the day-to-day decisions are made by everybody. So one of our favourite sayings is that, or that we talk about all the time, is that we all get to run the company. So we all are encouraged to act like owners and stakeholders, because the truth of it is that we all are. So a lot of us might not have invested a lot of money here, but we're all investing our time, our precious time, which is obviously a lot more valuable than money. So we say, well, if you're investing your life here or your time here, then you're a stakeholder, you're an owner. So that's how it works. And then what has to happen there, the councillors have to make contact with or have interactions and dealings with every person in these people from these every circle is what I'm trying to say. So there's no sitting in an ivory tower, there's no hierarchy looking down on the people. It's hierarchy. There's people that are the councillors and partners are actually sort of in the middle of it all, because they have to deal right with people right across that cross section of circles, if that makes sense. So 4 circles. It's very organic. It's very movable and changeable. Helps us to keep growing as a company, keep scaling, and scaling our culture and scaling the size of the organisation. And it's once again, it gets away from the demeaning, depressing, demotivating, hierarchical structure that we just don't believe in at all, and we don't believe it works because we've tried it, and this has been a real revelation to us. It really works. So it's taken time to work this out. We started with 3 circles originally, and then we've gone to 4, and we've changed how things work, and it's continually evolving, so, and getting better and easier, and we're all starting to understand it more and more, and I'm sure there's a long way to go, obviously, so we continuously improve this. So thanks for watching. Any questions?